Ah non, les...
C'est pour ça qu'ils nous font.
Non, 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 je sais. Même si tu as iPhone 12, c'est pas la même chose. Même si c'est iPhone 13, c'est pas la même chose. Mais dans ça, tu te rends compte que tu es le seul à ne pas avoir le photo.
C'est toujours comme ça. C'est toujours comme ça. Il n'y a pas de lien.
Il n'y a pas d'envoi, ça ne marche pas bien.
Hello and a warm welcome to World Cup qualifying match between Niger and Burkina Faso. Now, we're at the Grand Stadium in Marrakesh. This because the home stadium of Niger has a problem. They're still undergoing renovations and don't come up to FIFA standards. So this is why we're in Marrakesh. This, a Group A qualifier, Niger against Burkina Faso, and you've got to say the favourites are Burkina Faso, simply because they've qualified for the Africa Cup of Nations. That's next January. The favourites in the group, though, undoubtedly at the top of your list there, Algeria, and the other team making up the Group A, Djibouti. Algeria take on Djibouti later this evening. So Algeria and Burkina Faso, arguably the two favourites in the group. But everything to play for? Obviously, Burkina Faso starting favourites, but they do have a couple of major absentees, and that could well feed into the opposition's prospects. Time will tell. Niger, they reached the World Cup finals for the under-17 class 3 years ago. They have a good crop of youngsters who've come of age, looking to take their country to the next step. It's the first time a team from Niger had ever qualified for a major World Cup finals. So, a spark of hope for the future, for the near future. The other game in Group A is Algeria against Djibouti. That kicks off later in the day, so both these teams will have an idea of what the opposition are like.
Okay.
Very good. Not too many. That's because of the match being played behind closed doors, which is a pity, but that's the global pandemic. It is what it is. A lot of teams are in the same boat, so we just have to get on with it, make the best of it. We're hoping to bring you the teams as soon as possible. These two nations, West African neighbours, Burkina Faso borders the southwest of Niger. So a West African derby. And projecting ahead, Niger's next match is against Djibouti. That's on the 6th of September. That's Monday. As for Burkina Faso, they face a tough test. That'll be against Algeria. However, they do have an advantage of sorts, because their home stadium is not has not been given the all clear for World Cup qualifying matches, and so they will have to play their home match right here at the Marrakesh Stadium. So this represents an ideal opportunity for them to get to know the pitch. We're just waiting for the teams to come out, and then we'll go through the pre-match protocol. The national anthems, of course, that's always a big moment before any international match, any major international match. Looks very quiet at the moment, though. Waiting for movement. Perhaps we'll get some tunnel shots. That's always a good insight to get into the players' state of minds. Now we're seeing a lot more movement. Angola, Niger. They've been preparing busily. They played 2 warm-up matches ahead of this game. Just last week, at the end of August, they went to Dubai for a training camp. And it was mixed fortunes. They beat Sudan. And then they lost to the same team again. That in the space of 5 days. So a reversal of fortunes. I'm not sure what their French coach, Jean-Michel Cavalli, was able to make of that. They look pretty relaxed there. The other times, a lot of people prepared for a match. There is the man I just spoke of, Jean-Michel Cavalli. Very experienced campaigner. A lot of experience in Africa. Although this, it has to be said, is the first time that he's actually taken a job in sub-Saharan Africa. Previously, the lion's share of his experience has been with clubs in North Africa and the Middle East. He had one stint as a national coach that wasn't a million miles away from the stadium in Algeria, way back in 2006. Here up the national some really emotional expressions there. And here's the team. Niger, look at that. Captain is the experienced goalkeeper, Daouda, and they will line up 4-2-3-1. Amadou Moutari, El Fazaz Ali will be their hitman up front. Daouda Kassali, a man who's made over 80 caps for his country, says he still gets very emotional each time he hears his national anthem, and each time he puts on the jersey. And we can certainly testify to that. We just saw it. And he's the captain. So we look at the Burkina Faso side. The captain, who we'll see in a few seconds, exchanging pennants, is Issoufou Dayo, the number 14 on the right of your screen. Burkina Faso will be playing in green tops. Match officials from Rwanda. Match referee Samuel Uwikunda. So the referee will make the final preparations before the game gets underway.
Attention.
And it is Burkina Faso who kick off against Niger here in Marrakesh. World Cup qualifying Group A, everything to play for. This, their first step on the road to Qatar. Hopefully, that's the dream, that's the goal. Early press, paying off straight away from Niger. Forcing Burkina Faso onto the back foot. They'll note that. Early touch of the ball. For the goalkeeper. Both goalkeepers wearing number 16 today. Muscular challenge. First free kick of the game. Pumped forward. Nearly a good ball. But at least he's brought the throw in. Quickly taken. Interesting to see early on. Niger looking to play their way out of the back, and that's a decent ball. Very decent ball indeed to Moutari, trying to get round the defender. No joy. Not quite sure that was a thumbs up, but it was recognition for the pass anyway. Good defending by Burkina Faso. Sangare, specifically. It's Gira. Now they lose possession cheaply. Slightly nervous start from the more fancied Burkina Faso side. That's the goalkeeper. Been playing with the national side 18 years. Would you believe it? His teammates call him the legend. Say no more. Gabate, long ball out. This time, looking for Adebayo. Decent ball in, awkward bounce. And hasty defending by Dayo, the captain. good to see. Good sportsmanship. It's an interesting start. These opening 3 minutes, got to say. Better start by the lesser fancied Niger. That's a poor ball out of defence. Straight on the attack is Adebayor. Heavy first touch, comes back to him though. Snapshot! Worth an effort. Amadou Moutari. I didn't have much time to think about that. Decent save in the end by Hervé Kofi. Nice idea. You can see what he's trying to do. First time, 1-2. Strong run out of defence, but I think he stopped at the right time. Often you get a rush of blood to the head and you think you can go all the way. Not at this level. Nicely found. Well, it was on. It was on. Now they apologise, but I think Moutari was right to expect his teammate to continue the run. Here's Moutari's shot. Quick thinking. Didn't bother controlling the ball. New time was of the essence. Now, free kick in a very, very compromising situation. Position. It's been a bright start by Niger. The last thing they want to do is concede a goal. A lot of instructions, both from the sidelines and from the pitch. A couple of players on the ball. Traoré. Racine Traoré. There are a couple of Traorés. It's a popular name in Burkina Faso. You've got Eric Traoré as well. My money's on the number 2, Racine Traoré. Sangare shielding the ball from the defence. 4 men in the wall, plus 2 others either side of it. There's that awkward presence in front of the wall. Traoré takes a deflection, vital deflection, corner kick, but I think they'll settle for that, will Niger. As I said, you do not want to concede a sucker punch goal in the opening 5-6 minutes. If so, you're playing catch up from there on in. The longer they keep Burkina Faso at bay, the better. The more confident they'll become. First corner kick of the game. Outswing up. This is the first 2 challenges hooked clear. Quite sure what that was. Clash of boots. Oh, well done. Thought he was running into trouble there. Did well, El Fazaz Ali. Garba. Rebate. There's the defensive midfielder. Boubacar, number 23, dropping deep. That's a good ball. Well played. Encouraged by the French coach, Kabili. And again. Garba looking for a runner, bit static. Did well, goes past 1, but not 2, certainly not 3. 50-50, ouch. Rash challenge. Well, the referee steps in. Now it's early in the game. Well, you cannot do that. Now later in the game, that's a direct yellow card. Some would think it should be a yellow card straight away. But the referee, being lenient, erring on the side of caution. Samuel Uwikunda from Rwanda. Nicely done. So was that. Good technique. They're finding each other a lot more smoothly now. And Burkina Faso just wide. Looking industrious. They've actually settled now after a nervous opening 6-7 minutes. Nicely done. Superbly done, in fact. Get the ball in the danger area. Well, he can, but it had no fizz on it. Sangare with the last touch. Pumped forward. That's excellent chest control, you've got to say, by Yago. Firmly pinned back in their own half now, Niger. Wide's the challenge. Does well. Adebayo. Well, he was expecting a free kick, he appealed for it. Should have kept it simple, perhaps. His teammate Mutare swapped positions with him on the right flank. Yeah. Pussyfooting around in defence with the ball. Not what you want. Or just about, but they're labouring now. And Niger. Onkoye. And he's not down, but he was down on his haunches. I wonder, was he winded? Whatever, he's back on his feet now, so it's all good, hopefully, for him. Oh yes, fast feet, fleet of foot, well done. This is for Adebayo. Nicely timed pass. And so is that well timed. Superb tackle. Brave tackle. If he gets it wrong, it's a penalty. Top marks, young man. How about this for a run? Half the length of the pitch by Bande. Tabore. Well, he's frustrated, but it's still with his teammates. Oh, unlucky. Well, that happens to the best of players. Umaru. He was penalised through his hesitation there. Umaru. Dwelling on the ball. Gear up, spreading the ball wide. Only, what, 10, 11 minutes into the game. Sense of urgency about Burkina Faso's play now. Nicely done. Good weight on the pass.
Close the line, close.
Well, one back. That was Gira. This is Torre. The Burkinabe are winning their duels now. It's ominous for Niger. Got an overlap. Cuts inside. Dinks the ball in. Well, that wasn't too bad. Didn't find his man. The pass by Bande, but he wasn't too far off. Pretty sure. Well, yeah, shrug of the shoulder, a Gallic shrug of the shoulders. Body language speaks leagues there by Jean-Michel Cavalli, 64-year-old. Smooth play. And the goalkeeper, Daouda Kassali. Heavy touch. Now can Niger capitalize? Yeah, the press is a lot more intense now from the opposition, Burkina Faso. Putting Niger off their stride, certainly off their passing game. Just need someone, an outfield captain to calm things down. Lead by example, put his foot on the ball. Get a string of passes together. Mutari, drop deep, brilliant. Well, he glided past his first marker, unlucky with the second. Now we see the shape of the Burkina defense. Pretty solid as well. Brilliant, bold goalkeeping. Had to watch here, he was still inside his penalty area. That was well done. Being the busier of the two goalkeepers so far is Daouda Kassali. Had to be again there. There's the captain. Dayo. Hopeful pass. Worth a try. And that's well won back. They lose it. Poor first touch. Ali. Slightly behind his teammate. Appeals for a throw in vain. Boubacar. The switch of play. Good control by Garba. A decent pass. Mutari. Just about got away with the pass. Superb pass. Now pulls the trigger. Just wide of the post. Now he's disgusted with himself. Wasn't the best of shots. Perhaps could and should have done better. Look at this for a pass. Great vision. Good first touch. Didn't get the angle, did Mutari. It's a warning shot for Burkina Faso. Yes, they've got back into the game. Yes, they're playing the better football. But they mustn't get complacent. Well, he cried out in pain. Seemed a good tackle. Often that happens, especially with a sliding tackle. Now the referee is going over to check on the victim, let's say. And it looks serious. He's calling for attention. Maybe this is a better angle. Takes the ball. Well, again, it's doesn't seem to be a dirty challenge. And yet Issa Kabore is still down on the deck. Good refereeing by Samuel Ikwando. And why not? Chance to get some water. The hot afternoon, hot evening, you can say now. Penny for your thoughts, Mr. Coach. And that too, well, that's great to see. Great sportsmanship. Burkina Faso playing the ball directly back to their opponents. Good dummy. There's confidence for you. Good upper body strength, and he released the ball at the right time. It's pretty even at the moment. Light upper hand. Well, offside was a decision. That angle can be deceptive, though. Well, it's walking pace in defence. That's because the Burkina Faso side have got their system firmly in place. A lot of man marking. And when Niger do get the ball, often they have to resort to a back pass. From the telegraphed. And he goes down. But he's got his teammate to blame. El Pazaz Ali. Put under pressure there. Good sportsmanship again by Ibrahim Toure. Slight contact. Too bad. Oh, they're getting more joy down this right channel, Niger. For their best chances that originated. Ambitious switch. Oh, that's the danger. That is a very good ball. Perfectly weighted and well timed. That's a foul. And this is the first yellow card of the game. Well, he protests. Don't they always? He's still protesting. Abdelmajid Boubacar. Well, in his defense, he did get the ball. It's not too dissimilar to the earlier challenge we saw in the corner, which resulted in a stoppage in play. Maybe it's the accumulation of challenges as the cross comes in and goes out. Oh dear. Now the challenge. Referee just needs to get a grip on the game. A few rash challenges coming in. And once again, you understand. Well, again, he protests. But you could see clearly why he went for the ball, had to go for the ball. That was Ibrahim Touré. Seemed to stumble again to the captain, Daoud Kasali. They've been here in Marrakesh for the past, what, 5 days? So you would have thought they'd have got time to get used to the pitch and its surface. Beautiful instep. He switched flanks as Mutari, popping up everywhere. In the middle, on the right. Right, the challenge. Oh, brave tackle indeed by Diabate. And a decent pass out of defence just to ease the pressure. Over the halfway point. The opening 45 minutes. On is even. No goals. After a very bright opening 10 minutes, Niger on the back foot. Not exactly against the ropes, but they've come back into things here. Great first touch. Garba falls back. But the right back was pretty high up the pitch anyway. Well played, the coach like that. You could hear his voice from the sidelines. And he's right, it was an excellent pass. Not to feet, but he had the right back on the back foot. Corner kick. Haven't had too many, have Niger. Can they make it count? Swing it. It's well defended. Powerful header. He did well. Did well not to make the throw then. Look at that. As soon as he gets the ball back, pressured backwards, forcing Niger to go the long way around. That's exactly what Burkina Faso want. Nice idea, but again, excellent defending, double defending. Here's Nasser. You probably heard his name, Nasser Garba. Oh, you heard two different calls there. Couldn't serve both players. Safety first option. Oh, well played. Superbly well played. On ball. Promising ball, yes. It's always a danger. The Niger defence has stepped up. Traoré. Offside. Eric Traoré. Didn't think twice about the pass though. Did another Touré, Ibrahim Touré. Yeah, the flag was up quickly. It's a heavy first touch by Junior Lambert. Haven't seen too much of him. Number 12. Scored in that 2-0 win against Sudan in Dubai just last week. Well, he needs assistance. It's unusual. It's just close marking by Ibrahim Touré. Lambo. Umaru, defensive midfielder, along with Boubacar. Wonkoye. Oh, well played, superbly well played by Adebayor. Will he go all the way? Oh! Well, he did the hard work, and then he absolutely spooned his shot. And lets out a scream of anguish. Well, it was a glorious shot. You'll be seeing the headlines on the sports pages tomorrow morning. Well taken. Emphatic call. Direct goalkeeping by the captain, Daouda Kasali. Well, he looks more relaxed than he did 15 minutes into the game to Jean-Michel Cavalli. Haven't seen too much of his counterpart, Kamou Malou, yet. Great tradition of French coaches in African football. And I guess the big daddy of them all is Claude Roy. Hervé Renard springs to mind as well. Lovely touch. Did well to keep it in play, did Nikiema. Here's the captain. Here he is again, Ibrahim Dayo. No infringement, but it is time for a break. I was wondering when it was going to come. Half an hour. In the game between Senegal and Togo yesterday, it came 25 minutes in. So from that we can tell it's not set in stone. And of course, this is a chance for the coaches to impart their wisdom and to do a bit of fine-tuning. Try to tweak anything they've seen from the sidelines which they don't like. And there is pressure on the shoulders of Burkina Faso. For Niger, as I was saying, they arrived in Marrakesh, on August the 28th? Just a few days ago, after those back-to-back games against Sudan. Well, it's not a team talk, is it? From Cavalli, the French coach. Has to be cherry-picking players, speaking to them individually. It's a slight concern. Magic spray after half an hour. Obviously taking a knock. And the referee, Samuel Uwikunda, is ready to go. Here's the man, Diabate, who needed the special attention from the physio with a magic spray. Let's keep an eye on him. We know Jean-Michel Cavalli, this man will be. And we're up and running. Just under 50 minutes left to play. Great ball in, great touch, and it's wide of the goalkeeper. But the post as well. The thumbs up. It was an excellent pass. Fully deserves the thumbs up. Well, he's onside. Flag stayed down. Lassina Faroe. Difficult ball to control though. Brave header. Worth a shot. And you can see his point, absolutely, absolutely. Well, the referee's made his decision. Referees rarely go back on decisions, if any. But Mutari makes a good point there. His opponent was stooping and bending to make the header. His boot wasn't raised that much. Another teasing ball. A one-fisted punch by Casali, who gets the referee's decision anyway. Once again, under the challenge by Lassina Faroe. Well, the one advantage of not having any fans in the stadium is that you can really pick up on what the players are saying. Great header. That one not as good. Tidy control. Ball in. Well, if that was intentional, that's an excellent header. Assegalba's header, finding his teammate straight away. Oh yes, brilliant play. Now that was intentional. Superb pass off the back by Lassina Faroe. And that was intentional. You could see him shaping up to deliver it. And when someone like Ronaldinho used to do that 10, 15 years ago, people spoke of his genius. Oh, never a good time to slip. That was a particularly bad time by Victorien Adebayor. Didn't see too much of him. He made a promising start in those opening 5 minutes. Drifted out of the game since. And they managed to keep the ball. Well done, Burkina Faso. And again. Great agility. Nikiema cuts inside. Well, he took the long way round there. Idrissa Kabore, it seemed to be easier to cut inside. Maybe overthinking it. Surely not going to go for goal. He is, you know, what a shot! Gustavo Sangare, best shot of the game so far. Must have been all of, what, 25 meters out, at least. It's a waste of possession. Not what Niger needed, especially after that thunderbolt shot by Sangare. That's the kind of effort and action which really boosts a team's confidence. You can feel the extra energy. Sangare, here he is again. Traore drops his shoulder onto his right foot. There's the shot, brilliant save. Clearance off the line. Brilliant defending. Oh, the pressure really cranking up now. What an excellent save. Cameraman only has eyes for Traore, but it's a brilliant reflex stop by Daouda Kasali. And then he scrambles back to pour the ball over the crossbar. That too is an excellent goal line clearance. Wonderful stuff. I think it was Liboe. Oh, we heard a groan there. There's a knot of bodies. I can only imagine it's coming from Kasali, the goalkeeper. Yeah, indeed it is. He's getting the magic spray. Yes, Sangare. Let's take a look at his hot shot. Brilliant. On target. Hit with pace. With that cultured left foot of his. I thought he was checking up on the health of the goalkeeper. He's just helping himself to some water. Meanwhile, the game will go on. Kasali, the goalkeeper, back on his feet. Storre patiently waits in the corner. Just some 5 minutes to go before the half-time whistle. It's even Stevens at the minute. Very, very deep delivery. Needed a double clearance to get it over the halfway line. And the coach applauds. Well played, he says. Well, it's a challenge. Brilliant play, held back, but carries on. Great balance. Espazazali went down too easily there. Probably thought he deserved something after his brilliant individual exploits. Sangare ran into trouble there. Well read by his defender, the marker. Sangare likes to move onto his left foot. Dari, good effort over the bar! Excellent shot, Adebayo. Well, it's Victoria. Adebayo caught it nicely on the outside of the boot. Well, not convinced it was going in, but the goalkeeper couldn't take any chances. Well played him. Elvir Kofi hasn't had too much to do, but what he has done, he's done very well. Diagonal corner, driven in. Oh dear, second chance. No, it came off the back of Mutari, would you believe? Well, you can't plan for that. Traore makes his way back upfield. It's the captain, Isufu Dayo. Gets things kick-started. Steve Yago, as ever, combining with Dayo. Look at this. Pedestrian football. It's ball. Good play. Composure by Boubacar.
Ça vient.
I haven't heard the referee's whistle for a while. There was a moment halfway through the half when I thought there was a slight chance of the game just getting out of control. Tempers were frayed and boiling over, but things have simmered down now. That's just a clumsy challenge by Eric Traoré. No yellow card needed, just the one yellow card so far. That was for Niger's Abdul Majid Boubacar. Well, the crucial thing now for both sides is just to get to half-time without conceding a goal. That'd be a hammer blow. Demoralise the team. Certainly change the coach's half-time team talk, that's for sure. Route 1, haven't seen that too much from the Burkinabe. The Stallions, I should call them. That's their nickname. A chance for Niger. Or kept in. Ah, but he gave it away. Opportunity. Opportunity knocked. Oh dear. I'm saying Elvey Coffey hasn't had too much to do. Nearly sold his team short there. 3 minutes of additional time at the end of this opening first half. Both teams just need to keep their focus, concentrate for those 3 minutes. Well done. When you're winning duels in midfield, it's always a good sign. Good decision. And good refereeing as well. Let the advantage play. But is he okay? He was grimacing slightly. Looks okay now though, does Wankoye. Mutari. Arguably Niger's best player today so far. A lot of football left in this match. Now this could well be the last clear-cut chance of the half. Adebayor to take. He had that excellent shot just 5 minutes ago. Taken short. Oh, worth an effort by Wankoye. Wasn't expecting that. Don't think the goalkeeper was either. Well outside the area, hit it sweetly. That's a great angle as well. Tipping viciously as well. Just one to watch out for in the second half. Oh, I think he got lucky there. Nicky Aymer trying the elaborate back heel, the Johan Cruyff turn. There's time and a place for that. And in defensive midfield, I don't think is the best place for it. You hear the message from the sidelines, just 40 more seconds, more like 30 seconds now to hold on. Well played. He was under pressure. That's a foul. It's a clever foul. It's a technical one. We're counting down the clock. Nasser Garba using his experience there. Over 10 seconds on the sidelines. And in fact, there won't be, if that's the half-time whistle. A tense conversation between the referee and Sangare, but it is half-time. Strange way to finish the half at 0-0 is how it stands between Niger and Burkina Faso in this Group A World Cup qualifier. Second round of games, and you've got to think Niger will be the happier of the two teams for that scoreline. Well, let's hope. We've got some goals to look forward to in the second half. Enjoy your break and make sure you join us in 50 minutes' time.
Gagne, Philippe. Bravo.
C'est un carton, n'est-ce pas?
Il arrive. Va. Seul. Encore. Regarde. Ok. Super, les gars. Ça va. faute. Bravo. Tiens-moi. Viens, recule. Qui t'arrête, Tom? Allez, protège. D'abord, attention. Quoi.
Yes, reste.
Quoi. Super, allez. Ok. Super, les gars. Super les gars. Bien joué. Super là. Allez les gars. Allez.
Joue, joue.
Bien joué.
Welcome back to this World Cup qualifier in Marrakesh, Morocco. We're talking Niger and Burkina Faso as the match officials from Rwanda make their way back onto the pitch along with the teams. 0-0, the scoreline at half-time if you're just joining us. But as 0-0s go, it was quite an entertaining one. Nervous start by the more fancied Burkina Faso side, but gradually they found their feet and their confidence as well as their passing rhythm, and they played their way into the game. Chances created by both sides. Straight away, we have a substitution about to be made for Burkina Faso. It looks like Daewoo about to come on. But who for? That's the question. That's the French coach of Niger, Jean-Michel Cavalli. He'll be the more pleased of the two coaches, we thought. No, in actual fact, it looks more like Zakaria Sanogo about to come on. And hopefully we'll get confirmation of who's making way for him. A double substitution, in fact. Or Bande is the man coming off. And indeed it is Zakaria Sanogo. It'll be interesting to see what that changes. And this is Brian Dabo. And if I'm not mistaken, he came off Ibrahim Toure. Yet to get confirmation of that. And it is Niger who kick off the second half. 0-0. The scoreline in this World Cup qualifier. Group A of the second round between Niger and Burkina Faso. Fantastic agility there by Sangare. One of the standout players for his side, Burkina Faso, in the first half. Certainly, for my money, the best shot of the game. Absolute pile driver from well outside the penalty area. Must have been all of 25 meters. And the first attack of the half for Niger. Their standout player, Mutari. Comes to nothing. Chance for the Stallions to show what they're made of. And they get lucky. And there's confirmation of that second substitution. Brian Darbo coming on for Ibrahim Toure. Takes it in his stride. Good defensive cover. Excellent defensive cover by Diabate. He's grimacing though. Remember, he had the magic spray treatment during the first half. I'm not 100% sure he's fully recovered. Well, there was a spell in that first half, and about 10 minutes when the challengers were coming in thick and fast, and looks like we got the same again here. No substitutions made by Niger. But like I said, keep an eye on Diabate. Very animated, especially at set pieces. Just a two-man wall. Sanogo, decent delivery, very good delivery in fact. Poked clear, but right down the jugular. The best place for it. Showed too much of that, but gets away with it. Not sure whether that was a shot. I think so. Head down by El Pazazali. Deep cross, and a very good one as well. Mutari onto his right foot. First time shot, well blocked by the captain. Leading by example there. Steve Dyer. Calmly playing their way out of defence. This is very much Burkina Faso style. Goes for handball. Especially from the Burkina Faso coach, Kamumalu. A little bit of space to operate in now. But the Stallions, good overlap. The best of balls, easy. Meat and drink for a goalkeeper of Dawoudou Kassali's experience. He's the captain today. You see the captain's armband on his left bicep. Very good clearance as well, with hardly any backlift. Ball's loose.
Bien joué, Issa.
And by rights, that should be a Burkina Faso throw-in, and it is. Waste of possession, not for the first time. Lapse in concentration, and the goalkeeper showing a little bit too much of that, I think, for his coach's liking. It's been a scrappy few minutes. Lots of mistakes, some forced, some not. Don't expect fatigue to kick in this early in the match. Just 50 minutes in, that's a good turn by Torre. Well, he's a powerfully built man. Sometimes can be seen as if he's throwing his weight around. Once again, brilliant first touch by Mutari. So there you go again, more stoppages. Referee's having a busy moment, and it could be, and it is, the second yellow card of the game. Junior Lambo said in the first half, had high hopes for Lambo. Haven't really seen too much of him. He just had a little nibble on the heels of his opponent. Enough to warrant the yellow card. And that is another push. Well, you got to say, if Junior Lambo got a yellow card for his indiscretion, well, you could argue it was momentum that took him forward there. Still, gets a talking to, does Liboyi. Now, the call there was going out for somebody called Kalala, which is actually the nickname of Amadou Moutari. Good code. We'll use nicknames. Sanogo, clever free kick, pulled back. Well, it was a clever free kick. Unfortunately, the man with the sweet left foot, Sangare, couldn't get a clean purchase on it. It's too bad. Taking his time with the goal kick. That's his prerogative. Again, getting very, very niggly. And another yellow card. This time for El Fazaz Ali. It's two yellow cards in quick succession. They've just got to get a check on their emotions here. Niger, that is, obviously. Now they've got 3 yellow cards to the name. We've just seen a substitute come on, and this man go off. Man coming on, Issa Ibrahim Jibala. And the man going off is the man who just picked up that yellow card. Ball's loose. First touch. Good shot off the bar. And the ball's still there. Brilliant. Solid defending. But just Sangari it was with a final effort. Look at that. Seemed to be right in the corner. What a lethal left foot this man's got. Twice he's been denied now. First by the goalkeeper, secondly by the woodwork. Sanogo launches in a deep corner. Too deep for his teammates. Just about keeps the ball in play. That's well defended. Read the danger very well there. Fidel Fazaz. Ball still alive for Mutari. Well, I think this is a critical time for Niger. Just need to keep a lid on those motions, which have been boiling over. 2 yellow cards. Experienced French coach Jean-Michel Cavalli recognized this. That's why he took off Junior Lambo. Now a chance. Counter-attack is fast. Oh, waste, you've got to say. Goalkeeper's taken one to the ribs. Well, he was in the wars at the end of the first half. He's done in the second half in the same fashion. Well, surely they've got to get treatment for him. Once again, Sangare, the danger man, with that peach of a left foot of his, bearing down on goal, and in the end he decides to pass. I'm not sure that was the best option. And Casali goes down because I think he took one to the side from Lassina Traore. Now the medics are on the field. Should his teammate have gone for goal? Even if it hadn't gone in, there's a chance the rebound might have spilled kindly for Burkina Faso. Well, this game is perfectly poised. Technically, it's an away game for Burkina Faso. But if you're just joining us, Niger aren't playing at home. This match taking place in Morocco, in Marrakesh. That's because the home stadium, where Niger usually play, is being renovated. It's Camumalo. His son is actually a professional on the bench today. Number 5, Patrick Malum. Wonder if we'll see him in the next half hour or so. I think there'll come a stage when the Burkina Faso coach, Camumalo, has to make a decision. Is he happy with a point? In an away game, it wouldn't be a disgrace, except this is an away game unlike any other, because both teams are playing away. Burkina Faso, they've had the upper hand in the game without dominating it. So there's slight pressure on them to take the initiative. Bearing in mind the next game is against the group favourites Algeria, current holders of the Africa Cup of Nations. Remember, they beat Senegal back in 2019, 1-0. It's in Cairo.
Ok, attention, on défend, soldat. Allez, allez, on défend en avançant. Bravo.
This is the format. There are 10 groups, 4 teams in each group. Round robin format. Everybody plays each other home and away. So that's 6 games. This is one of the international windows. There'll be another one in October and a third one in November. Then the 10 group winners will be involved in playoffs. And the 5 winners of those games will go forward to the World Cup in Qatar at the end of next year. Yes, because it's taking place in Qatar. The World Cup will not take place in the summer. Well played. That's the pass. Into space, just what they needed. Well, he got lucky there. Umaru. Good first time pass and just got back, got the ball away in the nick of time there. Well, top marks to the French coach Jean-Michel Cavalli, who really is urging his team on. Dominating now, cuts inside, telegraphed. Time for cool heads now on both sides, but particularly up front for Burkina Faso. Oh, that's a nice ball. Can he keep it in? He gets the ball in. Oh, well done. And a fair share of the midfield duels have Niger, which will give them hope for the last 30 minutes or so. A little bit of space down the right channel. Nice try. Dropped his shoulder, his left shoulder, went the opposite direction. Sangare, heavy touch, he overran it. Space now for the Niger danger man. Cuts inside, pulls the trigger off target. Grits his teeth and grimaces. And given his performance so far, you can understand why. Really gave it his everything. Slightly off balance, maybe. Big ball over the top by Sangare. Just couldn't bring the ball down. It's a difficult task, requiring great technique. Eric Traore just couldn't manage it that time. Maybe next time. Yeah, undoubtedly a foul. Smile on the face of Boubacar. Maybe because he realised he's been bucked already. But I think the referee got that right. They didn't warrant a yellow card. And his incisive play didn't pay off. He went down very easily there. It's Sanogo. Explosive player. You can see my coach Kamumalo has brought him on as a dynamic presence. Boubacar getting a talking to there. He too is on a yellow card. Well, that's clumsy more than anything else. The upshot is it's a free kick to Burkina Faso on the edge of the penalty area. It's the referee sprays that 10-yard paint. No, it's certainly animated. Goalkeeper Kasali got a face like thunder as he sets his wall. Just two defenders in that wall. Meanwhile, he just waits patiently. Brian Dalbert, the substitute, great ball in, the ball's in the back of the net, but the whistle went, not convinced it's a goal, and it isn't. Primal scream of disappointment. Well, he's not too sure about what happened. Well, he is, obviously, but the reason for the decision, Lassina Traore. Dalbert, great technique, scoops the ball over the defensive wall. Well, actually, no. It's not Traore's header which ended the back. Well, it is, but not the Traore you saw in your picture. Two Traores on the pitch. It was Eric who headed the ball into the back of the net, the number 7. It was Lassina, I think he was ruled to have been in the offside position. Captain Gaio just about getting the ball off. They're getting frustrated now, and Niger not pleased with Sanogo's antics. Decisions are going against them. And look at that communication breakdown there between Brian Dalbert. Took the ball off the toe of his player. And Mamalo cutting a very anxious figure in his technical area. We're into the last quarter of the game now. Just 22 minutes or so left. Not including stoppage time, of course. Wayward free kick, wayward goal kick rather, by the captain of Niger, Daoudou Kasali. That's a waste, can happen, but we do have a set piece. As such, I want to make it count, even if it is a goal kick. So Kabore, it was, he went down that time. Koye. It's not clean, is it? That's better. Lovely touch. Dispossessed, but wins the free kick. El Fazaz. Well, it is a free kick to Niger. Animated conversation. Steve Yago just getting the low down. That's his challenge. Seemed to be a pretty reasonable challenge. Direct shot on goal. Good goalkeeping. Very good goalkeeping by Hervé Kofi. Quite the daisy cutter of a free kick. It was trickling along come the end. Look at that. Great confidence in their passing ability to Burkina Faso. Some might say they were running a slight risk there. Well, as the sun sets on this Marrakesh evening, so at least 3/4 of the stadium is in shade now. Just that golden strip on the far side. It could well be a good tactic to play a diagonal cross-field ball. That looked a legitimate dispossession by Niger. I said earlier, Niger are getting disgruntled. They feel as though the decisions aren't going their way. And that's the little decisions. Zakaria Sanogo been heavily involved since he came on as a substitute at half-time. Can he make the difference? Decent delivery in! Very good delivery. Forcing the goalkeeper to come to the ball. The central defender trying to get in there. The captain, no less. Issoufou Daou got in front of the goalkeeper, just couldn't direct his head up. That's what you call a solid header by Brian Darboe. There's the sunny side of the pitch. Like I say, that could be a problem for defenders if they're having to defend a deep cross-field pass. Sometimes, though, if you're in the heat of the game, in the heat of battle, you often think of these things. Out of the box thinking, maybe. Boxing clever there. Thought if he went down, he might get a decision in his favour. Count the clock down. First time pass. Right idea. Just very, very well read indeed. Issa Kabore. Fazaz. Good dummy. That's the substitute. Ibrahim Jabala. Sanogo. He's confident with the ball at the feet. So is El Fazaz. Spot of keep ball by Niger. This time, they get one of those decisions that they felt has been going against them. Mutari. Switch of play. Needs to stay there, and he does. Dispossessed. Iago. Too much on that. Way too much. Adebayor is fast, but not fast enough to get onto Garba's ball. Had way more chances in the first half than the second half. Did Niger. but they're 60 minutes away from what would be a very, very respectable point indeed. Speaking before the game, Daouda Kasali. Points to the penalty spot. Hammer blow indeed for Niger. Potential turning point. Furious with himself, or is it with the referee Umaru? Traore's there. Well, there's definite contact. Not the best angle. Traore gets contact with the pole. And then Umaru, well, the referee ruling that Umaru kicked the boot of Traore. It's too much for that man. Libaoui with a desperate last-minute intervention, but the referee's made up his mind. This game has been goalless for 75 minutes, and now Burkina Faso have a chance to break the deadlock. Daouda Kasali, the man they call the legend, can he deny Traore? He can't. Traore converts 1-0 to Burkina Faso, and that could be a turning point in the game. Took it well, especially as he's moving gingerly, not moving easily at all. Now he's actually collapsed to the ground. Well, when the goalkeeper goes the wrong way, you know you've done a good job. Daouda Kasali had to commit. That, I thought for a second it could well be his last contribution to the game. It looks like another refreshment break.
Ils vous ont tellement perturbé qu'on y est arrivé. Depuis le début du match, ils nous cassent.
Well, I said in the first half, these water breaks are a chance for coaches to have a team talk, do a bit of fine-tuning, and that's certainly the case now with 50 minutes, just 50 minutes left to play. And you can guess, anticipate the message from both coaches. With Burkina Faso, it's, okay, we've got our noses in front, let's just keep control of the game. Whereas for Cavalli, as we see the flashpoint again, and the penalty, we know what happened. He's the man who gave the penalty away, Umaru. Hammer blow for him. Still, they've got to think about the next game. Burkina Faso, they have a tough test against Algeria. Burkina Faso make another substitution, their third of the game. And coming off, as I suspected, is the goal scorer, Lassina Traore. And replacing him, Mohamed Konate. Just over 10 minutes left. A chance of a second. Takes a deflection in the back of the net. Brilliant. 2-0. And now surely it is game over. What a contribution by Konate. What an inspired substitution by Lamu Mala. Fantastic. Gets a slice of lady luck with a deflection. But no matter. Good advantage by the referee as well. Good first two touches. And the third one wasn't too shabby either, was it? I think the deflection took the ball past the flailing hand of Daouda Kasali. And would you believe it? Match was goalless for what, 75 minutes, and now in the space of 3 minutes, Burkina Faso have struck twice. Football, eh? What a game. And Darbo, he's the man who actually fell down during the build-up to that goal. And top marks to the referee. Played a very good advantage. Imagine if he'd stopped it. There you have it. 2 goals in 3 minutes for the Stallions from Burkina Faso. The Menas, the Gazelles of Niger, have been well and truly put to the slaughter. A challenge and a yellow card. Pointless yellow card to give away, really, by Adama Gira. Wasn't under too much pressure. Fatigue, possibly. Could that be the reason for it? 10 minutes left for Niger to get back in the game. Good call by the goalkeeper, Hervé Coffey. And I wouldn't be at all surprised now if Burkina Faso just tried to keep possession, as if Niger led them. Good chance. Adebayor. Deep ball in for Issa Djibala, the substitute. Just a one substitution made by Niger. I think he read my mind. I was thinking, if he wants to change things and mix things up, now is the time to bring new blood on. So it is. On comes Anikoy Sumana. And off goes the man who really lit up the game for Niger in the first half, Amadou Moutari. And another substitution as well. Well, it's now or never. So off goes Nasser Garba, replaced by Souli Salamoun. Good duel, and well won. Well won indeed by the new player, Souli Salamoun. They got the ball back as well, bearing down on goal. Umaru, and then he gave the penalty with a wayward pass. And Adebayor muscled off the ball. It will be a throw-in to Burkina Faso. Issa Kabore. It's too static for Niger. They need more movement. Seven minutes left and the clock's ticking down. Ambitious effort, spotting the goalkeeper off his line. Whoa, that would have been some strike, wouldn't it? It would certainly have been game over, that's for sure. Terrific vision. Good touch. Decisive. Easy ball in, just beyond the goalkeeper. The Coffee. That could be a corner kick. And the referee's assistant agrees. Niger will be thinking, if they can just get a goal, get back in the game possibly. There's a cutback, good effort, good save by Coffey. Well, for a man who hasn't had that much to do during the game, he's proving very, very lively when it matters. Full stretch to pour away the very good cross, you have to say, from the left. Onkoye with the cross, I believe. The 2-0 the scoreboard doesn't lie, and can 2 become 3? Sanogo. Putting some ball in. Well, he didn't get the bounce of the ball there, nor the rub of the green, Sanogo. But he has proven a good substitution. And there's the goal scorer, Traore, going off. Here's the man who replaced him. On target straight away. Mohamed Kanoute. Under 5 minutes to go. Sangare. Nicely worked. They passed their way into the penalty area, but no further. Sangare was to go for goal, went for the pass instead. Easy save in the end. And there, Konati slamming the pitch with his fist there in disappointment, frustration. Right, it looks spark out. Didn't see the incident which led to it. But it looks like the Burkina Faso coach, Kamamala, isn't hanging around. Ready to pick on a substitute straight away. So, I'm not even sure it will be Sangare. Maybe it's a different substitution. No, it is Sangare. To be replaced. Is that Louis Dragon? Yeah, off goes Sangare. He's had an excellent game. Sangare to be replaced by Simpore. Final words of encouragement from Niger's French coach, Jean-Michel Cavalli. The time is ticking down now, just over 2 minutes. That said, there could well be stoppage time. There was at the end of the first half, some 3 minutes. Quite a few stoppages in the second half. Sanogo, perfectly placed, whistle went, possibly offside. I think Sanogo may have known that. Strangely, Sanogo didn't make to intercept the ball. Just as if he was waiting for the goalkeeper to make a mistake. He's made too many mistakes, though, has to be said. The Niger captain, Kasali. Acrobatic. What was that? A pass? Certainly a kick by Sanogo. It's all action, isn't it? It's the penalty area. Chance for a consolation goal. Brilliant stop by Coffey. Superb point-blank save. Good reflexes. To deny Issa Jabila. Thought about the shot, refereed as well to get out of the way of the pass. Last chance saloon for Niger. It will be a corner. And a double substitution. Talking about leaving it late, Niger.
Ça ne doit plus arriver.
And Adebayor, he was keen to take the corner, but he won't get a chance. Ibrahim will replace Adebayor.
Allez, frère, Costaud, frère.
And here is Ibrahim, just coming into your picture. On the right. Corner whipped in, punch clear by Coffee to the substitute Ibrahim. Shot ricochets off the captain. Nicely done. Great defending by Kabore. And a very solid game, as Issa Kabore. This is football at Troyes in France. Four minutes of stoppage time. So there's still a glimmer of hope for Niger here. That's Diabate, I think. On ice for his own strength. Well defended. Niger, come again. Unfortunate. Nice idea though, just the wrong execution. Nicely done. Unfortunate. Got to be on target. Well, I'm sure the neutrals would like Niger to score at least a consolation goal. It's nicely worked. There's a substitute. Pick into action. Amadou Sabo. And there's confirmation. Amadou Sabo replacing Diabate. Still some 90 seconds left for Niger to score a consolation goal. You do have to say, the Stallions' defence has looked rock solid. Steve Yago and the captain Dayo have been particularly impressive, as indeed has Issa Kabore playing it right back. Just got stuck under the feet. That happens. Panikoi. Sanogo. It's interesting. Not exactly sportsmanship by Sanogo, certainly not by Sanogo, nor by Umaru. Referee lets it go. The space, goes for goal, pulls the trigger, way wide. And that really has been the story of Niger's shooting throughout the whole match. They've had a fair few chances, but when they have been on target, the man about to take what could be the final kick of the game, Little Bit Coffee, has been more than equal to it. And there is the final whistle. The referee blows, and Burkina Faso can celebrate a 2-0 victory. A hard-fought 2-0 victory, it has to be said. The game was deadlocked until the 76th minute, and then Lassina Frank Traore stepped up to coolly convert his penalty before going off. And would you believe, the man who replaced him, Mohamed Kanate, came on and scored with virtually his first kick of the game. 2-0 to the Stallions. They open their account in this Group A. Hard lines for Niger. They played well, they fought hard, but in the end, the class of Burkina Faso proving just too much for them. And now Burkina Faso will face Algeria next week. Niger, they face Djibouti. That will be on Wednesday. Celebrations all around. Hope you've enjoyed the game. Make sure to keep watching us for more World Cup qualifiers from Africa.
Non, laisse-le, laisse-le.
Ils n'ont pas changé aussi. Regarde, c'est tout ton Congo là. Demande-moi ton fils là. Ton fils est devenu bizarre. Il faut derrière toi là. Il a dit ça. Non, mais il va nous tuer.